over 20 years, the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan has had a youth-focused fund. We've been doing this work, we've seen how important it is and how beneficial to the community, but nobody else in the community really knew about it. So we said, let's do this on a really large scale for a couple years, really to teach the community about the benefit of having youth voice in any process. When we set out to plan this project, we thought, well, the first thing we need to do is a scan of the community to say what are the priority issues from a youth perspective.
We were concerned that this topic of social injustice really wasn't being talked about in our community.
I really care about increasing awareness and respect in our school.
Going into a school with a large variety of people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, it's a culture shock.
We have a lot of groups that already exist at Affirmations that are targeted towards adult visitors. So we're trying to advance our programming with youth so we can bring in more youth members.
The result of the survey led to a report that had a number of different findings around education, health and well-being of the community, looking at opportunities for young people to connect across city-suburban lines.
Our project is called JAG. It stands for Justice, Acceptance, and Greatness.
Our project is a social justice curriculum.
Our project is called Shifting Towards a Multicultural Metro Detroit.
We're holding a diversity day. We're going to get a speaker in to talk to all of our students and our staff, and then we're going to hold discussions and dialogues afterwards.
The Youth Advisory Council is a group of 7 to 8 youth, and our job is to give our youth a voice and make sure that they are heard so we can better our youth programming.
We were also really delighted to see the interest of the youth in the environmental space. In the years ahead, environmental issues are going to become more and more important, and so it's great to see that these young leaders are already identifying that.
You got some plant material yet?
Just the sheer exercise of having youth plan a project, make a budget, think about who they want to partner with, think about timelines. There's a value just in that, and that's why with any project that we fund through this initiative, we made sure that the youth themselves, while they could be assisted by an adult advisor or guided, that they ultimately were leading and making the decisions.
I think he's super crucial, and I think at the end of September when we get all of our data and final numbers and stuff, that we should really go see him.
By building these bridges between adults and youth, I think I'm understanding adults better, and I think they're understanding me better.
I've learned how to compromise, that it's not always my way or the highway.
I'm learning teamwork. That's a big thing.
I've just learned so much about the impact programs like this can have on young people.
It helps make you grow as an individual.
We are the future youth leaders! Yay!
The biggest thing we're excited about is the fact that there's now this network of organizations that has gotten to know each other. And we know that the youth that were involved in these particular projects will graduate and they'll move on and hopefully stay in Southeast Michigan. But those adults at those organizations are now all locked into the value and the ideas of including youth voice in their work. And I think you'll see some of them stay connected.
A critical lesson for any community is just to listen to young people, that young people have ideas, and when given the opportunity to have a voice, they'll take it. And our communities and our regions will be better for it.
Leaders on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Leaders!
What we hope to see moving forward is for other foundations in the community, for civic leaders in the community, for decision makers in the community, just to stop and think as they're moving forward new ideas, the value of including youth in those discussions.
I think I'm going to continue to stay in this work somehow. I definitely will always be active in my community.
It's definitely going to help in my life going forward.
It was just cool to see that we have students that are so empowered.
If you do your part, you can help change the world.
It makes me want to continue giving back to the community and to continue to strive to do my very best to make a difference.
This is significant for the Community Foundation because we have a permanent commitment to this work, thanks in part to the Endowed Fund for Youth Leadership we've had for many years. In addition to these great youth-led projects, we've seen a real multiplier effect from the Youth Voice program. We'll be able to build on these results for generations to come.